Jesus.
Sucker up, 12 valve Cummins.
All right, guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell, we are working on the first gen right here. We're actually trying to do a 3 to 4 inch lift on it. I'm actually using the Moog lift springs. They're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And I'm using the little rubber insulators plus a little spacer. So stick with us, we'll get them on there. And hopefully it doesn't toot it up, it just levels it out. So that's the stock spring, but it's the Moog springs 7226S for the first gen. Let's take one out real quick. That looks taller. That's taller for sure. So yep, that little bit might be in the crack a little bit, but plus that spacer, plus the insulator, it was sitting really nose down. It was actually 32 inches from the ground to the top of that fender, bottom of the fender, whatever you want to call it. So let's get these on. We're actually going to pressure wash all this junk right here, spray some oven degreaser on all that. Pressure wash job before we put new parts on. Stick with us, we'll get it on. All right, so we just did some pressure washing, sprayed some oven cleaner on there. That's probably never looked that color. Yep, eventually replacing that in the steering shaft. But here's that insulator, new thermal insulator, it's not thermal, rubber insulator goes on top. And then those go on the bottom in this little pocket right there. All right, let's get them in. We were at 32 to the top of the fender. Now it's about what? A little under 34.5. Say 34 3/8. Man, a lot better. Still gotta get some new brake pads for it, put some new shocks. Definitely not putting those old shocks back on. You compress them and it takes them like 2 minutes to extend back out. So definitely not doing so hot. Let's see what we got right here. See, so we're about 35.5 in the back. So we're still sitting an inch lower in the front. Might do an inch drop shackles just so we're level all the way across. But for now, that's good. Stick with us, we'll get some shocks on there, some new brake pads like I said. We'll go take this thing for a test drive. Hopefully it rides a lot better with those new springs and insulators. There's old crusties. Old crusties. All right, so the spring just popped out. Get it out of the way. Stock spring. I'm gonna spray some oven degreaser, oven cleaner, but I use it as degreaser. And there, we'll hit it with the pressure washer, get the side all cleaned up, replacing that bad boy. All right, so just get this at the dollar store. Some oven cleaner. It's a lot cheaper than degreaser. So I just pretty much get it on everything. Yep, I'll spray a bunch more, let it set up. We'll fire this bad boy up, pressure wash it. All right, so we got it coated pretty good, setting up, starting to eat away at that grease. We used up the whole can. Half and half, one on this side, well, half of it on this side, half on the other. Just want to make sure you guys stay downwind of this stuff. I did the old face covering with the shirt, the old shirt tuck. Pop the hood. My older brother just showed up. Your lights are on still.
Oh, yeah.
Don't pop that cap.
No. Yeah, I need more fluid.
I got some. All right, guys. So you seen when we pulled in, he pulled in, I should say, it was overheating. We're gonna fix it up with a new upper radiator hose, and he filled it way up to the top, the hole, and I was squeezing this hose, burping it. He'd never done that before, so the engine block was probably empty. Probably never had enough coolant to begin with. And then we rewired it to go directly to key on power. Right when he hits the key on power, we bypassed the switch, I should say. Once it gets to 168 degrees, it was telling it to turn on, but by that time it was already too hot for it, so we bypassed it. This old girl wants it right when we started up, kick that little fan on. So yes sir. And it also had a leak in the radiator core, so we just did the old loop, swoop, and pull. I'll show you. It was actually leaking in. He thought it was the window, so yep. Glad it's not the window. That'd be a nightmare to replace. Heck yeah. Topping off the tires. Radiator's topped off. This old girl stopped into Thy Gardener's garage. Got set straight. Come on now. Oh, oh. There she is. She sounds cammed. See ya. All right, guys. So a little detour in the day. Next day with the diesel truck. So these are the new shocks we're gonna be running on the first gen. Also got some new brake pads, some freshies. Here's one of the old ones. Man, we were riding on almost nothing in comparison to my finger. All right, guys. So I just got the rotor back on. I actually repacked both bearings, the inner and the outer. We're almost out. But yep, I need to put the caliper on now and put the new shock. So stick with us, we'll get that all dialed in. Yes, sir. All right, there she is, all set on the ground. Man, looking a lot better. No more nose diving. So that was about 2-inch to 2.5-inch lift the springs, and then we did the shocks, and I also did new brake pads. Man, we had like barely a little bit of brake pads left. I wanted to get this caught before the sun went down, but yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. First gen, stay tuned. We'll get some wheels and tires on this baby soon. Man, still gotta bleed the brakes. I'm gonna call my neighbor over right now, have him pump it while I bleed him, and then we're gonna take it for a test drive. So like, subscribe, trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there. You guys want to see more first gen content, drift truck content? Man, we're still licking our wounds on that one. Still licking our wounds. Turbo truck, I still got to put the radiator back in it. I actually did the radiator swap into that one. So yep, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Catch us on the next one. Yes sir. See ya. Look at that. Look at that.